Hi, this is Sean. So today's video is going to be about the differences between the Bedale and the Beaufort, two popular Barbour jackets. I just thought I'd make the video because some people might be wondering what the differences are, and there are subtle differences even though the jackets look aesthetically pretty similar. So this is just some recycled footage of my Bedale. I've had it for a couple of years. Apparently you're supposed to re-wax them every year and I haven't done that, so maybe I should. Some of the features showing you the flaps, for example, which I'll go through in a bit. So some pictures of some people wearing the Bedale and various Barbour jackets, obviously associated with the royal family and kind of prep style. And I mean, to be honest, Barbers are really popular in lots of demographics nowadays, and I think that's the point and why people like them so much. They're pretty timeless. So yeah, in terms of these two jackets, these are two of the jackets that are made in England. There's also the Border, which is a slightly longer jacket, which I think is a bit more not as suitable for general wear in my opinion, but you know, each to their own. So this is me modelling the Bedale like at gunpoint or something. But yeah, it's a 40. I'm 5'11", just over 13 stone. I could have got away with a 38, I think. I like the 40. I tried a 38 in a Beaufort and it was pretty snug, so I think I made the right decision, though I could wear a 38 as well. It's pretty relaxed fit. You can layer pretty much anything underneath it. And I quite like the practicality of the Barbers because the pockets are really deep and they're really useful for carrying stuff around. You know, if you're walking or if you're out and about or whatever. Two pockets at front, two pockets further up, which have got moleskin lining, an inside pocket. There's the corduroy that's showing you the flaps at the back, which is for equestrian purposes, so you can mount a horse easier. The cord collar, which can be put up, which is kind of useful if it's cold or windy or raining. Hoods can be bought separately. And yeah, here it is, the Bedale. So as I said, they look very, very similar aesthetically, but there are some really, really subtle differences, which I'll go into in a minute. As I said, these are made in England. Apparently the hoods aren't made in England, so you can buy a hood separately for about £35, if I remember correctly. I've made a video on that if you want to watch it. I mean, it's, you know, it's a hood, but apparently they're not made in England, which is not that big a deal, I guess, but it's a bit of a shame. Those are the flaps, they open. As I said, this is an equestrian jacket, so the idea is that you can mount a horse easier and it gives you freedom of movement in the hips. Another difference is this, there are cotton cuffs on the sleeves, which is not the case in the Beaufort, but as I said, I'll go through that in a little bit more detail in a second. That's the moleskin lining. It's quite warm. I think it's called moleskin. You can get liners for both these jackets and they both fit the same liner, so you zip the liner in. It's kind of like a fleecy thing. I don't have one personally, but you know, it's something that could be added to the jacket to make it a little bit warmer because they're not incredibly thick, the jackets. Those are the buttons that you attach the hood with. And another difference is the fact that the lining doesn't go all the way to the bottom on the Bedale, but again, I will go through that in a second. So yeah, so that's my Bedale. As I said, I will probably buy a Beaufort at some point because I particularly like one of the features of it, and I think it's really cool. They've got drainage holes in the pockets, so water can be released if you're out in the rain. So yeah, so one of the first differences is the length. The Beaufort's slightly longer, so perhaps if you're taller, it might be better. And I was reading that apparently it's more formal to have the more coverage, if you like, and if you're wearing it over a blazer and stuff like that, it might be more useful. One of the features is the game pocket. So the game pocket is not on the Bedale, but it is on the Beaufort. Basically, it's a zippered pocket at the back, and it was originally designed because this jacket was for hunting, but obviously you can put your paper in it, you can put your lunch in it, you can put whatever it is. Here's a picture of it there, and that's really, I think, quite a useful thing, more useful than the vents. There are no vents at the back. It's supposed to give you more coverage. The cuffs are different, just normal storm cuffs on the Beaufort. The Bedale's got cotton cuffs, as you can see. The only other difference I could find was the lining. So the lining on the Beaufort, the tartan goes right to the hem, whereas the Bedale has nylon on the bottom third of it, and apparently that's called a drip strip. I don't know why. I think it might be to let the rain out, but I'm not an expert on the reason for it. So yeah, so those are the differences between the Beaufort and the Bedale. I hope it was helpful if you're thinking about buying one of the jackets. If you like the channel, please do subscribe, as every little helps. And thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.